Hey guys, CHIRON here, and today I am not going to be testing the Rimac C2 in multiplayer in Asphalt 9. I previously tested this car at 3 stars, but Ref Chaudhry has given me some races in his 4-star one, so we will have to see how this car performs in multiplayer at a bit of a higher rank than most people can get it at. So recently I did a battle with Asphalt 89 with me driving a Max CHIRON and him driving a Max Rimac in sort of a versus battle to see which car is better. Now that is up on his channel now. I might upload it to my channel as well. I'm not entirely sure yet, but spoilers ahead by the way. The CHIRON actually ended up winning by about a second. Now part of that is due to me playing Asphalt 9 a bit more than he did, but also it was because it was on a track that was more suited for the CHIRON. It was on Mountain Poles or Frozen Route, one of those two, and those are actually two of the most top speed oriented tracks in the game. All this is to say is that while I believe the Rimac is still slightly better than the CHIRON overall, the CHIRON can put up a good fight, and I would say on a lot of tracks probably beat it when both are in the hands of equally skilled drivers. But overall, I feel that the Rimac is going to beat the CHIRON on more tracks than the CHIRON beats the Rimac on, although it's still going to be pretty close, and I will most likely put the Rimac above the CHIRON on my best and worst cars in each class list, which I do plan to make another one of, the 4th version I think at this point, after the coming update and we see how good the cars are in it. And judging by the fact that the club season and both current multiplayer seasons will end in about a week, it's currently 7 days and 6 hours at the time I'm recording this, that we can most likely expect a new update in, well, about that time, because most likely they will want to have a new season, all that stuff, for the new update. A lot of people in the comments of my video about the Rimac special event pointed out that it actually has been leaked that the next special event with the Tech Rules 1896 is going to be something related to Grand Prix. Now, I do have some information about this, but I'm not allowed to share it, so you will have to wait and see how this will be. I think it should probably be pretty fun. So the Rimac C2 going from 3 to 4 stars does not see a very large jump in its stats. However, it is still a bit better all across the board. While it does drive pretty much the same way, it's just a bit more agile. And one big thing is that its acceleration is now a good bit faster than the CHIRONs actually, meaning that if you meet CHIRONs in multiplayer, you can pretty much always get ahead of them in the beginning now, because a Max CHIRON has less than 85 acceleration and this car at 4-star has more than 85. And in this race, we are facing a CHIRON. We do a few times throughout this video. Now, the reason that they aren't really doing as well as you might expect is you have to remember, this is rush season where the overall skill level is on average lower than in the other seasons. And speaking of the other seasons, there's one going on right now, a slipstream one, where you actually have ghosting in the first 10 seconds. Personally, this is something I would love to see to be continued to be implemented in the game. It was implemented in Forza sometime fairly recently, and it's always made the races a lot better, because you don't have the crazy mashup during the beginning of the race, but after people get away from each other, then you can have some knockdowns and pushings and stuff like that. Now, as much as I personally kind of do like the always ghosting, I know a lot of people don't, and so this one is kind of a good middle ground, and I'm perfectly fine with it staying permanently. So an Asphalt 8 update came out pretty recently, which was actually closer to the previous update than I am used to in that game, and fun fact, 2019 was actually the first year that Asphalt 8 has gotten 7 updates in a year. Pretty interesting. A lot of people noticed that that review was very short, and that was because, well, honestly, there wasn't much new in the update. But I promised I would continue making videos about all updates to Asphalt 8, even though I've quit playing the game itself, and I plan to continue to do so. Whenever the next update to Asphalt 9 drops, I will probably go back to doing my normal amount of commentary in these videos, but currently we're at kind of a stale time in Asphalt 9 where there isn't really a whole lot to talk about. So yeah, enjoy the rest of these races, and I will give my general review at the very end as always. And stick around, there's some good races in here, especially the final one actually. Something pretty interesting happens in it. So now it's time for my general review about this car. Its biggest strengths are its top speed and acceleration, both of which are very good for Class S and in the game in general. I would say that its biggest weakness is probably its mediocre nitro efficiency, but even this is not terrible. And I have found that while its handling stat is not very good, it actually drifts quite well and keeps a decent amount of speed. Some people have told me in the comments that it does not seem to accelerate well at the beginning of a race, but I haven't really noticed that. Now at the end of this race, Chaudhry actually manages to lap someone right at the finish line. I thank him for these races, and I thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt and other games content. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.